Greetings and salutations, and welcome to episode 3 of the PapaPC Survival Series. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of adventuring, I hope. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of where things are at, and then we're going to try to go in and hit that nether and see what we can find. Let's see here. First off, I'm going to show you guys where the current status of the state of the village is. Stupid wandering traders. They just won't leave you alone. When you want one, you can't find one, but when you need one, you know, they're never there, but otherwise they just bug the living heck out of you. So, as far as the village goes, obviously I got lots of crops planted between the episodes. I got pumpkins, I got melons. The hillsides around here provided me with quite a bit. I am going to turn down the music just because I think, or the note sounds, because I think it's probably a little loud. Just to make it a little bit easier for everybody. Maybe it's just in my ears. I have to check. But we got the sheep going here. I'm going to eventually be doing something with an automated sheep farm. But for now, this is good. It's providing me all the wool I need. I've also done a chicken farm. I've thrown a little bit of a hopper underneath the chicken. Just to grab all the eggs, and it's overflowing already. I figured at some point I'm going to build an automated chicken cooker as well. For now, this is good and getting going. And then I have this wonderful contraption. For those of you who have seen it around before, this is called a cow crammer. Basically, this little dispenser shoots in water just to raise them up so I could feed them. And as I feed them, let me go ahead and grab some hay. I don't have any in there. I'll show you guys what it does. Basically, though, with the mob entities, the way they are in Minecraft, you're limited to a certain number per block. And in this case, that section has so many cows in it that any more that come in, one of the old ones has to die. So what I end up doing is I just come in here, breed them up, and as the new ones are born, the old ones die. It's a pretty effective way of getting both leather and beef. A little bit of a cheat, I guess, a little bit of an exploit, but it just saves a lot of the hassle of manually going out and breeding all of them and bringing it in here. As you can see, the beef's piling up, the leather piles up. It's all fairly effective, and it does what it needs to. I've got the crops, like I said, going over here. There's a small crop up here as well. Oh, I got to turn off that water. It makes them go back down, and then all the noise goes away. Then they all just sit back down in there and do their thing. Got a little farm up here that was all here when I got the village, or when I found the village, I should say. What I have done, besides throwing in a few crafting tables, I threw in a barrel to get a fisherman. I got this was actually in the house over there, so I have the lectern, so I can try to get a librarian. I closed off this door, and I'll show you guys what I did here. I took a couple villagers, locked them in a room, and if you see, there's 2 of them there. They're surrounded by 4 beds and locked inside of 4 trapdoors. What that really does is basically pins them into there, and if I throw food down, they recognize that there's open beds, because these beds have not been claimed. 2 have been claimed by these, but the other 2 are unclaimed. So they will breed, and they will make babies. And you will see there's babies running around the village here and there. I just saw a few of them. But either way, what it lets me do is repopulate my village, which sadly I have to admit. And then the babies drop out down here. They fall through the hole. The adults can't, but the babies can. And then they run out and populate the village. It became a necessity. There they are. After the fact that I was out here trying to do a few things. I was doing a bunch of fishing over here, harvesting my sugar cane, harvesting my bamboo, and fishing and fishing and fishing and fishing. And I'll show you that in a minute. And I got an attack. I got a raid. A pillager came in, and I don't remember killing one with a banner, but somehow I must have, because suddenly it started an entire raid, and of course I did not have it recorded because I was just doing some between camera work. and it killed all my villagers. All but I had 2 still locked in houses, actually 3 locked in houses. All the villagers that were in the village, dead. I ended up dying, I would say, 30 or 40 times trying to kill the raid. It was not pretty. I ended up not being able... I lost all my gear, all my armor, all my weapons, my pickaxes, everything else that I had on me, because I died so many times I couldn't get back to it, and it despawned. I ended up killing the last Ravager with my fist. I would run out of my house, hit the Ravager, die, run, respawn, run out, hit the Ravager, die, and I did this over and over and over and over and over and over and over until I finally killed him. And with that, I realized I'm going to have to do a little bit more, so I built these guys to repopulate my village. That's their sole job, is to repopulate the village for now, and eventually, and I'll show you guys a little bit in that, they're also going to be used to populate the villager trading hall that eventually I will have to build. Speaking of the fishing that I was doing over here, I didn't really change this area. It's just the sugarcane, which needs to be harvested again. A bunch of it, and the bamboo, and I just keep reharvesting it, and I've got a ton of it in the chests over here. I think there's plenty there. Plenty there for the sugar cane for sure, or the bamboo for sure. I've got a bunch of stuff. I started making all that sugar cane into paper, into books, into bookshelves, because I'm going to eventually have to build a enchanting table. And then the big one I did was I sat and fished for real life about 2 days. I just kept it running as often as I could. I would just sit there and fish and fish and fish, and it was fairly productive. I've got enough cod for ages, so I got plenty of food. I got some name tags. Those are always going to be handy. Saddles galore, as always. Fishing pole. I got a couple bows, a Power 4, Power 4 Flame, and a Power 4 Punch 2. So I'm probably going to combine a few of these, another Power 4, and start making myself some better gear, especially if we're going to want to go into the end today, or into the Nether today. And then fishing poles galore. Some are Curse of Vanishing, Lure 2, Mending. Those are all great. I also did, though, this is the one I've been using, which I ended up using this one. I made and fished up this one, and then eventually I fished up this one. So these are all great. This one's really, you could use another lure in Luck of the Sea, which this one's Luck of the Sea and this one's lure, so I'll probably end up combining these 3 into making one monster fishing pole. Which, again, would be super handy and super helpful. While we're talking, I'm going to get rid of all these extra seeds I have. I've just been converting all the extra seeds after I get done with this stuff into bone meal, simply because, well, why not? I have nothing better with it to do. But while we're talking here, so what my plans for today is I want to maybe do a little bit of combining of my equipment, get set up, light the Nether portal, and jump into the Nether. I think that would, be a necessity at this point. I would need the quartz crystal, the Nether quartz, to really be able to do advancements on the next pieces I want to be able to build. Any of the automation I'm going to need. I'm going to need the quartz for some of the observers. And I think that's a limitation that I'm going to have to deal with now rather than later. I know that they're going to be doing the Nether update very soon. Well, I shouldn't say I know, but I'm pretty confident in saying that. My guess is within the next 3 weeks, we should see the Nether update drop. So I'm not going to do a ton. Oh, hello, little ones. I'm not going to do a ton in the Nether. I'm not going to build any kind of base. I'm not going to be doing anything of that nature, simply because I am planning on doing a full reset of my Nether as soon as the Nether update drops. Just because I want to be able to experience everything that the new Nether update has to offer. And I think that limiting my interactions in the Nether right now will be handy. From what I understand, anything that we come across from a Nether fortress will still be in that exact location. Oops. In that exact location. Oh, let's get to bed. I don't want to see anything die out here. It'll still be in that exact location. It just might not be. Oh, that one. Somebody's sleeping in that one. It might not be in the same biomes. Those will likely change or be switched around I think the Nether update is going to offer so much, though, that it's really a necessity for us. If we want to really have fun with the new updates and all the new changes that are going to be coming. Let me just do this last. Oh yeah, I'm almost out. So for today, again, like I said, at the end, if we have, I'm going to show you, maybe take you a tour around and show you some of the surrounding areas where I'm planning on putting my house, and maybe planning on putting my villager trading hall. I might even start doing a little bit of construction on that, either between episodes, or I can do it online as a time lapse. If you guys are really interested in that, I need you to let me know, though. Drop a comment in, let me know if you guys want to see the I don't want to call it monotony, but the detailed building, of the facilities, or do you want to just jump in and see the end result more than anything else? I'm going to grab a bunch of this because I need to make an anvil. I know we're going to need 3. In order to make that anvil. There we go. Now it's in there. I can never remember which, if it's on top or on the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw down the anvil. That looks good. The big thing that I really want to be able to do is I want to get the bows. I need punch, power, power. Flame would be good. So I'm going to probably do those 2 for sure. Empty out some of this stuff. Oh, I need to make sure to fill up my water bucket before we go. I am going to grab a bunch of cobblestone before we go as well, just because it's going to be, to protect myself more than anything. I'm going to need one of these, because I am going to need to make a flint and steel. I know I have another flint in here. Ooh, that's risky. Only one. So that's going to give me... Let's see if I reverse them once. I found sometimes you get... Yeah, it does that with... It takes less... if I do a plain bow, I could maybe even heal this one up. And see what we got there. 18. 3. There we go. That's going to be a big help. And the other thing I'm going to need to do is make sure that I have enough arrows. Do I have any arrows at all? I do not. Well, I got a couple feathers. I'm out of flint, though. This is not good. I guess I won't go in with a bow today. No arrows. Oh, well, I guess we'll have to make do. Let's go ahead and make that flint and steel. And get myself that. I'm going to go ahead and make myself a pickaxe or 2 right away. Because I'm going to need to be able to get a few things while we're there. I won't need the hoe. I can leave that behind. No need to take that. Let's go grab my water. Not that I'll need it in the Nether, I guess. I just always like having it with me. But for now, we'll just leave it here. So let's go up. I built another portal frame between episodes. I did, go down and, we'll show the... I guess you probably saw it a little bit in there already. I do have 9 diamonds. Got a few emeralds from trading with a couple of the villagers here before they died. And now I'm going to have to start over. But at least it got me a few emeralds, so I will be able to do something more with them as time permits. But mining, get a ton of redstone. I had a fair amount of iron, but I had to remake all my gear, all the stuff there, because, well, I lost it all. Lost it all there. I had a diamond pickaxe as well, which I lost. So I was not too happy with that. But another portal, I have it just kind of up over here, just a little bit out of the way. You'll see over there, started laying out some ideas for my house, and way over there, started laying out some ideas for a villager trading hall. But we'll get more on that, at a future time. So for now, let's go ahead and light this baby up. And then we will, I'm going to get some cobblestone in there just in case we need it. And we're going to go ahead and make the leap and cross our fingers and hope nothing bad is waiting for us on the other side. This is not good. We are really far up, and this is incredibly dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and build myself a little shelter, just because I don't want any kind of ghast to be able to get in here and kill me. This is really, really precarious. And right now, it looks like we are safe. But I am not feeling overly confident. This is probably about the worst I've seen for starts in forever. Not good at all. Pardon me for not speaking a whole lot at the moment. I am genuinely scared. I am a little bit fearful for what could be awaiting. I'm glad I brought two stacks of cobble. That's for sure. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of a roof on here as well. Just because last thing I need is a surprise from above. And over here. Okay, feeling a little better. It's still one-sided. I am going to enclose it a little bit more on this side. Just because this is not good. And this is definitely very, very scary. What I like to do is just kind of build a little half wall, a block away. If nothing else, it gives me a little bit of shelter, just in case something is out and about. I can kind of still get around and get into here, just to protect myself a little bit. So let's see what we have around here. It's not looking like there's a whole lot. No, nothing over that way. Nothing over that way. In case you couldn't tell, I do have Optifine installed, and I do actually have shader packs installed. I'm not running any right now. I will maybe play around with doing a little bit with shader packs in the coming time, but for right now, I just didn't want to do it. I want to keep this fairly vanilla, and just to see what we can do. Just going to grab as much of this quartz as I can, because, well, that's really why we came. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I don't want to dig down there too much. And can we get anywhere? I'm going to go ahead and put these in my offhand. It makes life a little bit easier for me. We are really on an island. Wow. This is just horrible. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. This is not good at all. We got a little bit of connection over here at least. So I can go ahead and grab a little bit more of this. As far as starts to the Nether go, this one's pretty crappy. You know, if you've watched any of my other series, and you heard me talk about it before, I think you will find out that I'm fairly well cursed when it comes to the Nether. I have very seldom, almost never, actually had a good Nether spawn start. It's always been poor at best. This is, though, probably the worst I think I've had. You know, being stuck on almost the end of an island. I guess it's more of a peninsula, but it's pretty far up. I didn't realize my coordinates were that high up in the overworld, which does directly translate to where you are here, but let's see. We've got 29. That might be enough to get me started. So let's just take a little bit more of a peek around. I'm not even seeing any fortresses. I'm not seeing anything of real good interest to me. We'll take a peek over here. We're still pretty close to the base. I can still see it. There is a bunch of glowstone there. At some point, I may go down for it. I heard a ghast crying there a little bit, so I'm going to have to watch for that. Last thing I need is to blow up. Okay. I don't know about you. I don't like having lava above my head either. I think we may have done enough of chesting our luck today in the Nether. Really, I might come back and, you know, do a little bit more between episodes of seeing if I can get closer to anything, or see if I can scout around on anything that's near us. How did I get back over there now? Ah, there it is. Put down a few more torches. Oh, there's the cast. Saw one over there. For now, I am going to go back to the overworld and take my 41 with me and get back into a house quickly and nappy nap to make sure that nothing's out there. Last thing I need is more raids or more zombies killing more villagers. Not fun. Ooh, look at that. We got spiders galore. I'm going to go get that because I need the string. String right now is still a valuable commodity for me. Boom. Oh, I got cats now. Cats are always a good sign. Healthy village means cats. Oh, yeah, the raid also killed my bees. I was pretty unimpressed and unhappy with that, so I'm going to go ahead and probably harvest that down and start regrowing the tree. What I end up doing, I was going to go try to pull more bees in, but in the end, I just keep smashing this tree down and see if I can get it to regrow and get, you know, a hive on it, because there's a 5% chance of having a hive on your tree. So I'm going to probably just take those odds and go with it from there. Let's see. Put the nether rack up in here. Throw that stuff up in there. So I'll go ahead and take a look. While everything else, all the crops are growing here, I got to come back and get the melons and the pumpkins and all that kind of good stuff. My plan is to put a villager trading hall out here. I'll probably just, like I said, right now it'll build all along this wall here. Each one of these openings kind of is just representing about where a villager will be. I'm going to put the villager breeder kind of back here, I think, up into the ways, but it'll funnel and bring down as I need more villagers. I'll build another villager breeder up there. I'll drag a couple of villagers over there. I will bring them down into here, and then my plan is to build the villagers across here. I'll probably see about going full scale and doing zombies to feed, and, you know, let them bite the villagers once and bring down the trades by curing them. But I obviously have to get a crafting table, or excuse me, a brewing stand and all that before I can get to that point. Come here, Mr. Spider. I got a present for you. Thank you. Am I getting... Yeah, I ain't getting string for him either. I really need to get a better sword, a looting sword. And here is where I'm planning on putting my house. Probably do a big front entrance here, or a big grand entrance here. Probably circling back around. And then probably a little side entrance here facing towards the village for coming in and out of. And at some point, I may use this side over here. I'm thinking this area right here might be my storage area, and eventually my warehouse and all my auto sorter and all those wonderful things. I want to keep everything a little bit away from the village, but still close enough that I can utilize the village. My plan for the village really is mostly just to let it go feral and let it go native. I'll keep breeding for now until I get enough villagers to kind of become self-sufficient and self-sustained. With the hills and the trees around here, I want to push those back a little bit, just because they are pretty close in to the village, and that tends to lead to a lot of raids. Ooh, I've got a librarian. Come on, have mending. That would be so awesome. Oh, Fortune 2 is actually 31. Ouch. But it might be worth it. We'll see. What did I have for books from these guys? Oh, I don't think I showed you the books. So when I was fishing, flame protection, mending, efficiency 4, and a frostwalker. Now, frostwalker, yeah, I might use that at some point for a set of boots. The efficiency 4 and the protection 3 mending, I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with. I'm guessing I'm probably going to go with a diamond pickaxe with the mending and the efficiency 4, probably as my first real item that I'm going to do after I make my my table, my enchanting table. For now, I'm probably just going to throw the enchanting table out here, simply because I'll move it when I get a more permanent place to put it. But for now, I'm thinking maybe I'll just put it like right here, and then maybe just put the bookshelves around it here. I mean, it'll work. It'll be good for now. It'll let me do what I need to do, and still take advantage of this until I can get the permanent location for my house. I've got 25 levels right now after combining and getting the bow that I can't use. I am definitely between episodes going to go and either do some massive farming for gravel to be able to get myself a bunch of a bunch of flint, so I can start making some arrows. And I might do something with the chickens, seeing as how I've got just an astronomical amount of eggs. I might just start pulling those in and slaughtering them. I'd like to do the automated automated chicken cooker. Blech, that's harder to say. Give myself a food supply, as well as a great way to get feathers. It seems like that it's actually a pretty effective one. I'll when I do it, I'll probably do it on screen, just to show you guys. But I might set up for it in between episodes. So, as for this season, I'm going to continue to harvest a bunch of resources between episodes here. I have not done anything more with the zombie spawner. I might clean that up a little bit, simply because during the in-between episodes, I did do a big, long run to the north. Yes, that's south. That way. And I went and eventually did find a big beach area. So I got a ton of sand, but I also got a ton of cactus. And I also got a... let's see, it must be down here. I did get a ton of cactus, but I also got a bunch of kelp, which was going to be a necessity for me to be able to do the zombie spawner the way I want it. And now that I'm going to be putting an enchanting table in, I'm going to need that as well. I might just put the enchanting table down by the spawner. Maybe we'll see. Simply because that's probably going to be where I'm using it. But I'm going to, in between episodes, I'm going to probably go and clean up that zombie spawner. I'm going to get a little bit more done there. I'm going to maybe start doing something more with the chickens. I won't fully build the cooker, but I might see about getting all the pieces set up for it. And I might start doing a little bit of automation for the sheep. We'll see how energetic I am. I'm going to keep harvesting some crops here. They're almost ready again. And then as I harvest, I just keep coming in here and feeding my lovely villagers, so that they keep breeding, because I like to get more villagers in here. I think we're running out of crafting benches for them, There's still a couple farmer ones. There's one there. There's one up there. I might throw a couple more benches out as well, just to kind of get more. What did my farmer or my fisherman even want for trades? Yeah, string. Okay. I don't have a whole lot of it, so I want to kind of keep what I got because I might need it for bows or things like that. Fishing poles don't seem to be an issue. I've got plenty. I've got some pretty good ones. I might as well take care of that right away. Do a little bit of combination there. See if I run out of levels. Let's see. I'm gonna get that one with that one. Ooh, wow. Ooh. Maybe not. Let's see if I combine these two. What does it give me? Basically what I have. Then I would have to combine the two of those. 22 and 22. Wow. Maybe I'll do that after I get more levels. I don't want to waste 22 levels just to bring up the lure to 3 and the luck of the sea to 3. Although I do want to disenchant all the junky ones here. I have no need for them, and it will give me a few levels. So I guess I could do that right away as well. Bows, I'm going to keep them for now. I can't disenchant without building a grindstone. I'll do that between episodes. So really, for today, I said I think we accomplished what we wanted to. We got into the Nether. I got the quartz. We got set up there. So really, for that, I just want to say thank you all, and please, have fun with Minecraft. That's what it's all about. And next time we will do a little bit more adventuring around, and maybe even try to take a little bit more of that Nether run. And depending upon if the update's out yet for the Nether, we'll take that on for sure. But until then, I think we're going to start working on some of the automation in some of our farms, the house, the trading hall, all those wonderful pieces. So we got lots of work to do, and it's going to take a lot of resources. So I'm going to do a bit of a grind between the episodes and see what we can do for that. So until next time, have a great time, have a good evening, and thank you.